I spent a lot of my former marriage obsessed with the idea of husband goals. I had friends reach out to me for advice because they admired how good of a husband I was. But it turns out I was a lot worse at it than I thought. Clearly, I didn't know much about self-care back then. I didn't know about listening and communication. I never really had any healthy communication modeled to me anywhere. In my family, definitely not. In my friendships, no. And definitely not in any of the TV shows or movies that I watched that just taught dramatics and shouting to resolve conflict. And so I thought that I was husband goals. I thought dedication and monogamy and service and affection, that's all you needed. But listening, empathizing, holding space, these weren't just skills that I lacked. I didn't even know that they existed. At the same time, I grew up with a lot of messaging that my thoughts and experiences, they don't matter. No matter what, I'm young and I'm dumb, and I should always defer to others with age and experience. And my experiences don't matter either because everyone has it worse than me. Because I'm an able-bodied, cis white male, I'm heavily dripping with so much privilege that it smothers out any right for me to complain about any of my challenges. Because everyone else has worse pain and more difficult challenges, and they need to be heard first. I was in a space of wanting to express myself, not even knowing how to express myself, but also knowing that I didn't have the right to, while my servitude to others was what was praised. And so I developed my sense of self as a servant, and I was rewarded with fame and fortune and praise and attention for being husband goals. When I was fired from that role and told that narcissism was a major factor, I was at a sense of a complete shattering of my reality and utter confusion. I had no healthy sense of self outside of what others offered me, and I had no idea how to reconcile my servitude with my narcissism. What does narcissism even mean when you define yourself as a servant? It means I was building my identity on the validation of others. And so I spent the next few years digging into ways to quiet myself even more. Buddhism was my tool, my jackhammer really, for deconstruction of the ego, which I thought was responsible for my narcissism. And then I read many books about relationships, about attachment theory, nonviolent communication, Gottman methods, Imago methods, the neuroscience of love and emotions, and all I think just brought me back to trying to be a great partner again, hoping to receive validation through the same road I traveled before. I don't know the best way to develop myself for myself, rather than developing my communication skills and taking care of my health. Run daily, eat clean, lift heavy, and sleep deeply. And then, with this channel and videos, this is my attempt to spend time on what I think speaks to me the most, which is reading and writing, just for the joy of doing them on their own.